What's up, guys? This is Frank with the round of 16 best of 5 between Snoxtar and Brave of the Aureil Stormgate Invitational Tournament. Do see Brave's dog trying to be pretty annoying to the imps right here, but because they're on Shroud and they're just passively regenerating that white health, I don't know how effective that's really going to be. The imps did turn around and fired a couple of shots off at the dog, but it didn't amount to a whole lot. Dog gets the health cabbage and life goes on. First imp out made well, the first couple imps out, I should say, made Iron Vault and a pig farm, or meat farm right there, rather. And yeah, now we're just going to see Snoxtar getting his health camp out first. Now we don't see, looks like a single barracks first, which is interesting. Typically, well, I was going to say typically it's a double barracks or an expand first. Not usually single expand, but I think this is actually going to work out nicely. Oh no, as long as this Lancer doesn't go down. Yeah, now that it's 2 Lancers and a dog, this health camp is going to go down. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We do see that the Brute got lost and split into a couple of Fiends here at the for Snoxtar in the upper right. But now that both Shadow Demons are focusing down the second Brute to come out, all the rest of these Fiends can turn around and start doing all kinds of damage to them. Loses that Brute as well. And not enough energy for a second Skull. At least not enough to get there in time. Alright. Both players are just going to continue on getting every single camp that they possibly can. It's too valuable not to get them. Okay, now we see the Bobs getting overcharged. Only 4 instead of 5. Going to make the natural for Brave here. Meanwhile, Snoxstars is almost finished making. Alright, we're seeing a Conclave finally go down, and I think this means that it's finally going to start. Oh no, look at all this aggression here from these Fiends. But they do get shooed off by the Wood Chipper of Lancers. I think that's what you call it when you have like 3 or more in a group. It's called a Wood Chipper of Lancers that would just absolutely melt through these Fiends, and it doesn't look like they got a whole lot done. They did manage to pause the construction of the expansion for a little bit, and one even managed to get the health camp briefly, but I don't think it's going to be all that useful. We do see some SimCity games getting played here with the Ritual Chamber, and this Brute is going to act as the Zealot Door. Actually, I really like this. I really like this this diagonal SimCity that we've got going on here with just this Brute acting as the Doorman. But we don't see any Gaunts on the field yet, and I think there is... yeah, there's really not all that much left to do. I guess Snoxtar could try to go over here and capitalize on these Shadow Demons just to kind of eke out a little bit of extra Luminite advantage, but it's not going to be enough. Brave immediately reacting to the Fiend run by. Does lose a single Bob. Oh my gosh, a single Bob. It is, I mean, we kind of joke about that tongue-in-cheek, but it does seem like there's so much micro and so much APM put into, you know, whether or not a single Bob lives or dies. Speaking of, the Bobs turn around and they say you know, they're sick of this, they've had enough. BK Lunge does finish up, and Kinetic Redirection is also going to finish up. Meanwhile, back at Snoxtar's base, it looks like Plague Axes are going down, and we've got a while until these camps reset. So really, it's just Snoxtar sitting back, macroing up, making sure that he's got all the tools and all the production that he needs to continue his fight here. Okay, now we see a bunch of Gaunts being made, or they're ready to fight rather. They've been made for a while. And 3 Brutes versus a single Lancer does not end well for the Lancer. Oh. kind of a, spoiler alert, he's got Plague Axes now, so that was just a donation of a Lancer and giving him a Fiend in the process. That Vision Camp does finally get cleaned up by this this gang of Lancers, me and the boys. Me and the boys of Lancers. Maybe that should be the plural for several Lancers. Oh, but are they going to get baited back? They won't. That's actually kind of funny sometimes, and I wonder how intentional that is for people to like have a single Fiend bait back a whole bunch of Lancers, so that way they have to like walk all the way back forward again. Like, look, all those Lancers are going to come back and no, are they going to catch it? Yeah, they do catch it. Oh, pops like a piñata. Okay, but the Lancers turn around and go back home. Even though they've almost certainly got the kinetic redirect. Yeah, the kinetic redirection has been done. Shadow Cleft coming online. What is he going to do with it, though? He's got enough brutes, so it's probably going to be for the brute upgrade. And this shrine has been, feels like it's been building for ever now, but now it's finally going to finish up. Is he instantly going to max it out? Yep, got 6 workers on the way immediately. And now Snoxtar wants that Luminite camp in the middle. Speaking of camps, though, this Harbinger drop from Snoxtar coming over here and getting some damage done. And I guess he's not too worried about anything happening in his main. He's got the flat cannon there, which is very effective against all these gaunts. Harbinger's going to come back. Oh, and all these gaunts are going to come forward. Get back into the Harbinger and leave again. The Harbinger is just going to chill right there. Really keeping Brave contained, making sure he can't go anywhere. And I think he really needs to capitalize on it if he wants to take any more of these camps and get more of that Luminite and Therium. Another Bob gets turned into a Fiend. Now there's no Bobs over here to continue building the sentry post. Harbinger does teleport back home. Let's see, it teleported right there. There we go. Yep, now it's time to do the rounds. Get all that money back. These Spriggans are actually going to be really nice if he can keep them hidden and then keep telegraphing. It's like, oh, no, I'm going pure Gaunt. I'm going pure Gaunt. And then suddenly 10 Spriggans to the Lancer is a pretty rude surprise for the Vanguard player. And it's hard to pivot away from that. I shouldn't say hard to pivot away from that, but it's not like there's any anti-light, anti-air units on the map just yet. See MedTech, bunch of Exos. Whoa! Okay. Decent connection there. And we do see all these Spriggans getting great damage. Oh, no, he needs to refocus these Spriggans on the Lancers, though. Oh, and a nice body block with the Harbinger there as well. Okay, the Spriggan's doing a fantastic job slowing down the rate of fire of that flat cannon. And it does finally go down. It's not able to get out-healed by the Bobs. Brave GG's. He sees the writing on the wall. And Snoxtar is going to go up 1-0. What's up, guys? We've got game 2 here for you between Snoxtar and Brave. Brave going for a barracks first, interestingly enough. And both players have scouted each other by now. I just fast forward through all that because there's no commentating to be done of like 2 players looking for each other. The cross spawn is going to be interesting in that they're going to have equal access to all the different kinds of camps that are out on the map. It's not like they're going to be fighting over, you know, if they're spawned on the left side, then they're fighting over this speed camp, and the player to the north has a bit of an advantage there. And it's not as if they're on the right side or they're spawned laterally and then they're fighting over Therium and the energy regen camp. Not that the energy regen camp matters all that much, but it does matter in terms of the Therium reward that the oozes give. All right, back down here though, we see Snoxtar's expansion is going up, and he's got. Oh, I love to see it. It's just one of those things, guys. I don't know how to explain it, but when someone has perfectly centered their their command structure on a Luminite mine so that it's like max efficiency. It's just chef's kiss. It's fantastic. Love to see it. Alright, these Shadow Mastiffs, not getting any connections on the telegraph attacks, and the speed camp gets cleaned up handily. A little bit of damage taken on these Lancers, but it's not enough to be a problem. Alright, and they're tied up at the speed camp and the health camp. Well, tied up for now. Go back and get it. No, 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 no. You have to stand on it. You have to stand on the camp. No. Yeah. There you go. Send a single fiend back there, and everything else can come over here to start taking on this camp. But you need your Hexen there to do a skull. Yeah, see? You gotta time your skulls out right, or else they explode on nothing. This is like the fourth or fifth time I've seen that happen this tournament. I don't know if that's a skull AI thing that needs to be fixed or what. But we do see a bunch of fiends coming on over. I think they could actually successfully harass this. Yeah, they can. Alright, BK Lab gets reset. Alright, now they're going to start focusing down the Hab. I actually really like this run by. Snoxtar killing off a Hab is actually... It seems like it's an unimportant grab, but it's more resources that Brave has to spend to get out of being supply blocked. Which is a feels bad moment. Just not being able to reinforce anything, not being able to spend any money on workers or army or anything like that. It's just, you know, you're stuck. Why? Because there are 6 fiends that destroyed a single Hab. Like, it's one of those small things that has big consequences. Alright, so it's going to be a couple of Gaunts against some Lance. I think the Lancers actually could do quite a bit of damage here. He just needs to cycle the injured one back. Not that he can. Yeah, a little late for that. Good grab on the cabbage. Oh, and there's no kinetic redirection out. Because it was delayed for so long, and it's not starting. Oh, it's Quick Draw that's going to get researched first. Yeah, I think these, it's just a foregone conclusion that these Lancers are kind of done for. They could have gotten caught, I think. I think the second one could have gone down as well, or at least been very injured. Yeah, Quick Draw Hustle going down, and there's nothing going on. I think, yeah, getting rid of that Buzzsaw Cannon in order to have another Lancer on the field might be better, but Brave knows he's fully on the defensive now. He's going to make his pocket third. And, yeah, just hope that Snoxtar doesn't get too far ahead in the macro. But it's Snoxtar, and spoiler alert, Snoxtar is good at this video game. So he's going to be out here pretty aggressively, taking the Luminite camp. Which is another one of those things that's like, I think people understand that getting passive money from a camp is good, but they don't realize how good it is. Like, you didn't have to build a shrine or a command structure, so that's Luminite you save there. You don't have to use workers to gather that Luminite, so that's, I mean, it's worker time and efficiency, and if you're an Infernal player, that means it's one less worker that you have to, like, sacrifice to build stuff. Or rather, it's one more worker you have in order to build things. You have to worry about, like, making it passive Luminite. The Luminite camp is just so good. Which, again, makes me wonder why people don't at least build a meat farm there to make sure that it stays held. Gaunt drop into the pocket third. So many Bobs are going to get turned into fiends here, I think. Another Bob goes down, another Bob goes down, and now everything's sitting on top of Shroud. And is this... Yep, okay, the sentry post does go down. And all mining is going to get denied here. Almost every single Bob turns into a fiend. Now these fiends are going to start pecking apart the command post. But the Gaunt drop goes back into the main. It's being defended by a flat cannon, though. And then the Gaunt drop goes back down to the corner third. And they're staying on Shroud, making sure that they're turning as many units into Fiends as they possibly can. The Fiends rushing on forward into Lancers, which is, you know, you kind of know what's going to happen there. But still doing good damage, getting good infests in. These Exos are just leaving the Harbinger alone. Alright. I guess they're just going to turn another Lancer. 2 more Lancers into Fiends. They're going to infest the Exos, and they're going to start focusing down the bobs. Oh, but one Exo does manage to get inside. Turn that sentry post into a flat cannon. All right, and this is definitely going to turn into a solar habitat to increase the DPS of that flat cannon. Natural's still pretty well guarded. Okay. Looks like the Biokinetics lab is done researching whatever it was researching. I think the scrapyard's coming online. Yeah, it's nice to have a return point for the Therium, but it's more for the upgrade. I would imagine you would want that Aureil upgrade as soon as possible. Keep an eye on it. But yeah, Snoxtar's just like getting more and more ahead. He's now almost ahead by nearly 40 supply. And just being absolutely dominant out on the map. He can get every single camp if he so chooses. Alright, Bruiser and the Pipers are going to get challenged here. And they're all going to get turned into Fiends. Vision camps next. So let's see. I think Brave has seen just about everything that Snoxtar has tech-wise. I think he's telegraphed just about everything he needs to. These Exos won't do well against the Gaunts. I don't think it wouldn't hurt to have maybe a Vulcan or 2 out on the map. Do we see the Aureil upgrade yet? Oh, there's no way to see whether or not it's online. That's another thing that I'd like to see on the command post, is whether or not the orbital energy research is finished researching or not. Oh, this is a very small squad of Exos and Medtechs. That I get it. They want to get out here and be on the map and making that money where they can, but that is just not a lot of units. Yeah, I guess that's good. It went down fast enough. Putting the Gaunts at the very, very front line, though. I don't know about that, though. Magmadon's going to mow the trees, and I think that's going to be just about everything that Snoxtar needs to go into the back door and take out the main of Brave. But that being said, there's some production here. There's a little bit going on, but this Luminite and Therium has been getting mined on for quite a while now. It's not like there's any tech here exactly, but I think he does. Okay, yeah, Brave saying that this camp did get taken is probably aware that there could be an attack. There's the threat of an attack coming over here from the back door. Doesn't have anything and doesn't send anything to go scout it just yet. We are going to see the mitigative guard for the Lancers, which is strange though because there's no Lancers on the field. He's going to start pumping them out though. And yeah, now Snoxtar is the shark that's outside of the cage, looking very hungrily at the diver. You know, it's the chewy center inside of the candy coating. And are we going to see a push finally go in? I think we are. Oh man, that there we go. I was gonna say the flat cannon against these low HP units like the oh no! Was that the okay, no it wasn't. I thought that was the Harbinger with the Magmadons inside, but it wasn't. Another Magmadon gets great connections there. Not enough to kill everything, but enough to damage just about everything. And it looks like it's the parade of fiends in the back there, but there's nothing really dealing with the army of Brave. See another upgrade coming down. Oh, it's survival protocol for the Exos. That will actually be very helpful. The command post gets taken down. The barracks does not, though. I would think that the barracks would almost be a higher priority just because it's being able to slow down your opponent's production is the next best thing to I mean, it's certainly more priority than taking out a couple more of their units. Taking out their ability to make more units is pretty good. But Snoxtar wants to chill for a bit, take out some Luminite camp. Yeah, look at all this. Okay, so MedTech is what is this one? Yeah, the MedTech Nano Swarm is coming out on the map, and there's the dragon. I don't know how much worse it could possibly look for Brave. He's just, yeah, a lot of Nightfall infestations, a lot of putrid breath coming out of the dragon, and then everything is just going to get absolutely swarmed here by this gigantic concave of gaunts. It's like, yeah, nice Vulcan, but it's kind of the end. There's the GG from Brave. We're going to Game 3. What's up, guys? It's Frank here with Game 3 between Snoxtar and Brave, and we've already seen an early teleport home. It looks like the scout managed to find the Hexen pretty quickly. And the Hexen's going to take his little mystical vision quest to the back health cabbage here. And then I don't think I've ever seen a Hexen actually go all the way down this path to get somewhere. But the scout comes out, is looking for that pocket natural to get taken, and it doesn't. Doesn't see it. Just walks past an iron vault and a meat farm getting thrown down. And now this Hexen needs to... it did get the health cabbage. Oh no, does it get caught out again? It does. Now it's going to be taking all this extra damage from the dog. And the brute needs to come out and kind of act as a bodyguard for this Hexen to get all the way over to the first camp that they want to take. And the dog can be annoying that entire time. This is really good dog micro from Brave, forcing Snoxtar to be extra careful so that the whatever he wants doesn't get last hit by the dog. The dog is going to start taking some of that bonus damage, though. Oh, some of these telegraph attacks coming forward, and now it's the... Oh no. Okay, the dog's going to start chasing this, start chasing that fiend around, which I'm not sure accomplishes a whole lot. Double Brutes managed to clean up the final Shadow Hedgehog, final Shadow Mastiff, and finally the speed camp is going to go down. Again, the potential for how useful a dog can be is pretty wild. Anyway, back at the base of Brave, we do see the Pocket Natural has been taken, and there's already 5 workers on it, so it's getting quickly saturated. Going to see a second barracks going down, and the central vision camp is going to go down to Snoxtar. And I think this is, in my opinion, this is the map that really opened the eyes to a lot of players to realize, like, you know what? I do like really easy to get to and very important central mob camps, like central buff camps. I don't want to call them creep camps anymore because I think YouTube gets angry at the word creep. But anyway, so yeah, I think this is the map that opened a lot of players' eyes to the fact it's like, you know what? Contesting stuff in the center is fun. Like, it forces players to interact and to do less of the, all right, let's split the map in half. You take your camps, I'll take my camps, and then we'll meet in the middle at 300 supply and call it a day. Oh, is this Lancer gonna get taken out? It does get body blocked, does get taken out finally, but at the cost of how many fiends? That was a lot of fiends to go down. Yeah, 3-4 Lancers against 2 Brutes is not a good pairing. I think this dog is going to try and be annoying, get in their way. Cabbage is denied by the Hexen here. Skull gets fired at the dog, and now it's a ring around the Brutes for this Hexen. Oh, and it gets taken out before it can teleport. That was definitely like less than half a second before it teleported out that it got snagged. But yeah, so now this is like really bad for Snoxtar. He's doesn't have much in the way of fiend generation opportunities. He is building his ritual chamber now so he can get plague axes out on the map, but there's no fiend, or there's no gaunts really, and all of these brutes have to like walk. They have to waddle back home. There's no, yeah, no, don't fight with those. They're all less than half health, and immediately plague axes starts up. There we go. Now we see a couple of gaunts on the map. We're starting to see a bit of a shroud highway starting to form, which is cool. Which is nice to see. Meanwhile, back on Brave's side of the map, we're going to see, oh, 2 more barracks go down. BK Line just researching kinetic redirection and quick draw, already already queued up. And we see, yeah, just, man, max saturation on just about everything. I'm surprised he's not going for a third right now, to be honest with you. Speaking of thirds, that's exactly what Snoxtar is doing. Building the shrine kind of far away from everything, to be honest. I mean, I know it's almost finished, but canceling and rebuilding so it's like right up next to the enriched therium and a little bit more in line with the luminite might help. Really, just everything. It would come up a little bit later, but that's fine. All right, Shroud Highway continues to move on forward here, and I think these brutes are just showing up to act as a bit of a bodyguard in case there's a run by. That being said, Brave has managed to retake control of all the easy camps on the map anyway. I think he could actually go for the 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock camps as well if he really wants to maximize the amount of income from these camps. But I think he wants to poke forward and see what can get done here. I think he knows he traded pretty favorably earlier. Doesn't see the Harbinger leaving, though, and this Harbinger full of gaunts is going to be pretty dangerous. The brutes need to get back home as fast as possible. This is just so many Exos and so many Lancers, though. Yeah, the Harbinger teleports back home. Now, where is it going to drop? Oh, but Magmadon comes out and it's going to get great stomps. It is going to get focused down by the Exos, though. And now the Exos are having to fend off Gaunts from the high ground. Gaunts from the high ground infesting absolutely everything, but I think there's not enough anti-heavy here to take care of these Lancers. The Gaunts are doing what they can from a distance, but the moment the Lancers close distance, these Gaunts are going to absolutely melt. And there's the last Gaunt. Okay, 2 more Gaunts pop out, and another Brute pops out, which is nice. But no, yeah, that Brute needs to turn and fight and guard those Gaunts. The Gaunts can't be tanking damage here. Gaunts are keeping the Lancers infested, which is super nice. 2 Lancers die in quick succession. Could they get it? Yes, but not at the expense of another Gaunt. But a Conclave goes down, a Meat Farm goes down. Basically, all of Snoxtar's army has gone down. Oh, now is the Iron Vault going to go down? It's so injured. Good Nightfall Infestation. Good grab on the Medtech, too. Those aren't cheap. And the Spriggans are going to continue to be absolutely, an absolute nuisance to deal with. But the Exos turn and start fighting against the Spriggans as well. Okay, and things slow back down. I don't think we see another Conclave around here anywhere. Do you see a Ritual Chamber? Do we see another Okay, there's a Conclave being built. 2 Conclaves being built. And I don't think Brave saw that there's a third over here. I think he could have had this third dead to rights, actually. Had he gone over and checked it out. Okay, so the Gaunts are fully upgraded. We don't see any Brutes. I want to see if there's the Brute upgrade is online. But no, that was actually a really good. That was actually a really good fight by Brave. I think it's a mistake to give Snoxtar a chance to breathe. I think he's got him on the back foot right now. He needs to go and capitalize on it. If nothing else, take out the camps. Do something. Be active on the map. You've got healing right here. Granted, it's not the most effective healing, just because bio using that much energy to heal up a single bio unit isn't really that good. But it's fine. It's fine. No worries. Good. Okay, so Brave is kind of, making hay while the sun shines. So many Spriggans are going to catch all these Lancers, though. I say all these Lancers like there's more than 2 of them, and there's not. But now Brave knows that there's Spriggans on the way to his stuff back at home. Now, the Spriggans don't have their Saliva upgrade, which really maxes out the debuff that they can stack on a building. Oh, and there's 2 Lancers right there that are just right for the picking. There you go. Quickly maxes out one of them on the debuff, and there we go. So it's minus 15% to, I believe, attack speed as well as movement speed. But with the upgrade, it goes up to like 60, I want to say. Oh, maximum potency from 30. So it's 2% per stack. So it's a 30% reduction in attack speed and move speed, which is still fantastic. But with that extra buff on top, it's another thing entirely. Okay, so there is no Brute upgrade yet. We've got the Health Forge though. Okay, the Brute upgrade is getting researched right now. And what was the point of that Shadow Cleft? Is there another Magmadon that no, because that doesn't get researched at Shadow Cleft either. What was the point of that Shadow Cleft? Okay, we're gonna see more harassment here out of the Spriggans, but they're not really gonna get all that much done. Well, I guess they're getting a lot done in keeping Brave at home. But, one Exo all by himself. Rest and Pepsi. And now it's now it's the sentry post that gets taken out. All the Bobs are going to get overcharged, and they're going to start doing the heal hugs, but the Spriggans don't do bonus damage to these anyway. They need to be focusing on the buildings, in my humble opinion. There's the High Command in the corner. Also an interesting choice. Spriggans clipping through the rocks real quick just to get away from that Hornet. They definitely lose against Hornets. And again, Brave's army gets turned around and sent back to his corner natural. Just to deal with the Spriggans. Now the rest of Snoxtar's army can come to the center and take absolutely everything. Snoxtar also almost finished with his expansion up here at the 12 o'clock. And we haven't seen a 4th yet out of Brave, and I think he's going to need it first, actually, because he's been sitting on 3 bases longer. Okay, okay, Hornet doesn't go down. Harbinger drops down just to provide a little bit more shroud so the Gaunts can infest more stuff. Everything is getting infested. He needs to pick up and drop down again. There we go. Instantly gets popped though, but not before a permanent effigy. Oh no, wait. This is residual shroud. Never mind. There's no actual shroud on the. Wait, there is shroud. Where's the effigy then? Hello? Hello? Or is this just another one of those visual bugs for observers? Oh no, you're right on top of the production. Kill the production. There we go. No, the Exos only look scary. They're not actually scary. Snoxtar, you can stay there. And the barracks are right there. Why would you not? Why would you not? Another brute pops. Medtech goes down. Yeah, there's enough of a Lancer front line that I guess he just doesn't want to deal with it right now. The Gaunts really do melt to a Lancer front line that catches up to them. But I guess they decided to call it a draw and everyone goes home. But yeah, what's the front line of this? A single brute? Needs to be a little bit more than that. I say that, but Snoxtar's already saturated his 12 o'clock base here. And the yeah, he's going for more passive Luminite. Which is, again, super good. Oh, wow, he's got both Luminite camps, actually. This one's about to reset, though. And this, man, another shrine going down here. Credit to Brave, though. He's getting out-ecoed here on a bunch of different fronts, but he's still in the game. Still, like, effectively, like, very effectively defending against all these Snoxtar pushes. He's even ahead in supply still. Yeah, I think he's got to capitalize on the... Oh, there's no health camp on this map anymore. That's right. Holiday Hotfix got rid of the... it might have been ODOT2. They got rid of the free health camp in the corner of each half of the map. Yeah, I think that's something that Frost Giant realized after this map came out and after Artosis and Bayo made their videos about creep camps, is that camps that are free do not feel good. It feels... Whoa! Great connections from the Hellborn. Okay, yeah, now Snoxtar backs off a little bit. Let's Brave soak up all the damage from that Shadow Demon, and now he kind of wants to play ping pong with his army here, and he's got a dragon out, which is great, but again, he still lacks any sort of like a beefy front line. I would hazard a guess and say that a Weaver would be a good call here, just because of it doesn't take that bonus to heavy that the Exos provide, and really Lancers get cleaned up so quickly by everything, honestly. Oh no, a Sentinel gets turned into 2 Fiends. Alright, let's see an FG dropping down there. Whoa, so many beautiful hits on all those Exos from Snoxtar, and Brave has to back up a little bit. He is taking care of all these Shadow Flyers, but the Shadow Flyers are kind of wasted resources. They're not really contributing anything. But now it's yeah, it's the Vulcans that are doing a fantastic job just trying to get as much damage against these Gaunts as they can. They do a fantastic job just ripping through so many of them. But yeah, this one lonely Lancer is or one lonely Vulcan, excuse me, is going to fall to all those Hellborn, all those Gaunts, all those Fiends, all this Infernal army, and I think this is looking like the beginning of the end. Yeah, this is just too much Infernal, especially from a distance. Those Hellborn are just going to be able to rip through any kind of structure that they come across. Well, I say that, but these the reinforced, what is this called? What's the Bastion thing called? Yeah, the reinforced flat cannon is going to do a fantastic job against these smaller, lighter units, as long as it could anyway. But even with the reinforcement and Bob's healing, it still goes down. Dragon is at full white health and doing as much damage as it possibly can. Sentinel won't be able to do much and has to get away from there. Yeah, and what do you do? Like, Brave at 70 supply against Snoxtar's 200. I think it's, yeah, there's the GG. Alright, Snox sweeps it. 3-0 in this best of 5. GG's, guys.